Tensions are escalating along the border between Lebanon and Israel. We're heading south to take a closer look. Smoke in the vicinity indicates cross-border shelling. The closer we get, the greater the danger. Israeli warplanes are in action overhead. This market in the border town of Bint Jbeil would normally be bustling, but since October 8, few shops remain open. Ali is among those who decided not to evacuate.
This bakery is my only source of money. If I close it because of a war or for any other reason, I will be jobless and I won't be able to feed my family. I don't want to wait for anyone to help me, so I decided not to leave my shop, despite the situation, to support my family.
Further south, Israeli military posts come into view.
Right behind me is an Israeli military post that came under attack many times. For weeks, Lebanon has been an undeclared second front for Israel. Now the cross-border shelling is increasing in both scale and intensity. This has forced tens of thousands of Lebanese to flee their homes, but also puts the lives of those who decided to stay at risk.
It is the olive harvest season, but for farmers in the neighboring towns, olive picking is particularly dangerous.
When the shelling starts, we leave the upper floor of the house and we go down to this underground hideout. Olive picking is our lifeblood. We are farmers, and we have no other means to survive, so we will never leave our lands where we grew up.
Abbas is no exception. Other farmers in the area are also staying to look after their livestock, despite the threat posed by the conflict.
We send our children to school, and we're always afraid that every blast could have hit their bus or their classroom.
Why don't you evacuate to a safer area?
Impossible. The resistance is a culture. If we evacuate our children, they might perceive this as a defeat, and defeat is not part of our vocabulary.
But unlike Abbas and Ali, more than 45,000 people have left their hometowns. Almost half have fled to the coastal city of Tyre. Hundreds are taking refuge in these classrooms.
We lack a lot of essentials. We've been here for a month now, and my wife is still washing clothes with her bare hands. We must buy cooking gas because there's no electricity. We're living in hard conditions, but it's better than being near the shelling and risking our lives.
A local crisis management team is working round the clock to take care of the daily influx of refugees. The needs are big, but resources are limited.
If we don't receive aid and support from the international organizations, we will not be able to help any of the refugees. We have the human resources and the volunteers, but we don't have the means to provide aid to these people.
Lebanon's biggest fear is that a large-scale war with Israel could destroy its already struggling economy. Campaigns against the war are evident in Beirut. Meanwhile, all eyes are on the southern border.